together for Jimmy MacKinley.
Mark Burnett, everybody. Yeah! I actually had a 20-minute set on Dusty Cum and butt plugs, so it's gonna be extremely, supremely awkward here. Thanks for coming out, guys. Thanks for not, drinking on a patio tonight. I hit 3 deer on the way here. And I chloroformed that guy that was yelling in the back. He's in my fucking trunk. With one of the dead deer. It was insane. I was like, I have a horrible sense of direction. You're lucky I'm pointing the right direction right now. I couldn't find the place. I called Mark like 8 times. Every time he picked up the phone, I started with sorry. Darren was mentioning earlier that he couldn't get the fuck out of Sussex. We had to chopper him in. I was trying to get to Sussex the other day on Tuesday for a funeral, so I'm driving down. I GPS'd it, because I have a horrible sense of direction. Driving down, all of a sudden the main drag closed. No one around for miles. Dirt road this way, dirt road this way. The GPS lady's going fucking bananas. Because she doesn't know that the road is blocked. I'm talking to her as if she can hear me. So I go down this road. Thank you, sir. That's my father in the background. So I go down this road. I come into a town called Cambridge Narrows. Is anyone familiar with this place? The only thing I'll ever remember from Cambridge Narrows is the directions, the type of directions they give in Cambridge Narrows. I went to a gas station, I went in, and she says, "Do you know where Jacob's Farm is?" And I said, "I don't know where I am right now. I just told you that." She said, "You go way up the way, quite a ways up the way, and you're gonna come to a red barn." There's a fucking red barn on every single block. You keep going until you see a pig. A pig. And I said, "A live, living pig? What do I do? Ask him where to go when I find him?" She said, "It's old Sally Lou." I said, "What if the pig's in the barn?" She's like, "Oh no, she'll be out." Mark had mentioned that I'm originally from Miramichi. Any Miramichiers in the crowd? I know there's at least one. Which part you're from? Douglastown, right? D-Town. When Chatham and Newcastle fight about where something is going to go, they come to neutral territory and just put it in Douglastown. So I'm from Miramichi. It was really tough growing up in Miramichi because I was always related to all my girlfriends. I know, in 2004, I actually dated a girl, and I was related to her on both sides. My father thought it was normal. He's like, "Oh, I'm related to your mother. Listen, I'm related to her through the mattress, and your mother's related to her through the silicas." That's how my dad actually talks. I was smoking at the time in the garage. So I had to break up with her on ICQ. So I wait till she's online, like 2 in the morning, and I wait till she pops on, and I'm like, "Listen, we have to break up. We have the same birthmark. In the same spot. And last name." My notes fell off the stage. I wrote a bunch of notes down. I just wrote half of Vince Hoban's set down here just in case things go awry. Vince and I have been doing shows together for a couple years. We did, sometimes we do really bad, horror, not like you guys. You guys are a great crowd. But sometimes the crowds aren't so great. We did one at a dance club, but they didn't turn the music off. And the DJ was just a guy running YouTube the whole night. So Pitbull would be playing, Pitbull would be on, the girls would be dancing up there, and then a 15-second ad would pop on, and the girls are like, "Screw it, I'm gonna try to dance to the ad." Have you ever seen a girl try to dance to the commercial to Olton College? And then the theme to Richie's Carpet Warehouse came on. I was doing the "Come On Down" part. Come on down. Did a show last night. It was pretty rowdy. It was pretty rowdy at on base in MOCO. It was a pretty rowdy crowd. And I did a show at the Legion there a few months ago. And whatever you order at the Legion, whatever beverage you order, you get a bottle of Alpine. Doesn't matter what you order. We originally didn't think anyone. All right. Thanks for messing that one up. Believe it or not, I brought prepared material tonight. We didn't think anyone showed up in the crowd until we realized everyone was just in fucking camouflage. What? My mother is telling everyone that I work in computers. Anyone else? Anyone else's mom say this? If you have a computer, you work in computers. She's trying to get into technology. Her and Dad both got iPhone 5S's, so they're trying to learn them. So they're texting me all the time. And my dad actually texted me a joke that he asked me to read tonight to find people. Would you like to hear it? All right, let me pretend to unlock my phone as if this just happened today. I told Dad I wouldn't swear tonight either, and it's being recorded, so we're gonna bleep it out. So anyway, so he said, Jim, here's a good one to put in your little skit. Dad thinks I play the harmonica on stage. He said, Jim, we got a new oven timer for your mother. Up until now, we just used the smoke alarm. And then it says, pause for 15-minute standing ovation. I actually autocorrected to ovaries, though. It's kind of awkward. But my dad's texting now, and what he'll do is he'll call me up to ask me if I got the text. Did you get it? Yeah, Dad. He always leaves me voicemails. He always tells me the time and the day of the voicemail, as if my phone is not time-stamping it. Actually, I do have a BlackBerry. I got it at Wacky Weeklies in 2002. Try to return it. So, Mom is texting, and her first text came in the other day, and all it said was, Jimmy, I'm gonna send you my first text in a few minutes. Just did it. Then she's using Facebook. She's commenting on everything on Facebook. And then a little red one will pop up. Nancy MacKinley commented. You're like, oh no, what did she say? So I'll put something on Facebook. I'll put like an article on like something political or something. I don't know. And she'll comment. Like there'll be a bunch of people that comment and like it. When she comments, it doesn't have anything to do with the article. She just thinks this is a forum to contact me on. So 28 people just got a notification that says, your Aunt Barb just had another bad fall. Driving around, we travel around for shows a lot, and I was coming here actually tonight, and there's a lot of police officers and deer around, so I was like ultra alert, and I was driving, and you know what we do when we see a cop parked on the side of the road and we're going a little too fast, what do we do? You hit the brakes, is what you do. As if to fool the police officer with their years of experience and training. Wow, this guy's going 130. Oh wait, he's only going 20. Everything is wrong with my car. The parts required for my car are now worth more than the car, and I still owe $5,000 on the loan. Explain to me how cars work. I drive a 2009 Hyundai Elantra Sport. Back when I was single, I would make sure the ladies in the crowd knew it was a sport edition. Like the pants are coming out. Like, was it? Did he say CE or did he? Okay, sport. All right.
Buy a Ford.
What?
Buy a Ford.
We'll discuss it after the shows. You gotta help me get rid of a body first. 2 bodies.
No problem.
We'll save the deer meat. Make a stew. Mark said I grew a mustache. I did have a mustache up until last night, and I was like going for like Robert Redford, Brad Pitt, but I ended up looking like Walt Disney. A little girl at the King's Place food court restaurant, where drug dealers hang out. I was leading them, actually. I'm getting a Whopper. What the hell was I saying? Oh yeah, this little girl came up to me and asked me if I was Zorro, so I figured it was time to shave the mustache off last night after the show on bass. Hey, you guys, you have a mustache? Look at that. Give this guy a round of applause. Oh my, you look like... That is a fantastic Freddie Mercury mustache. Are you guys on a date tonight? Is this your wife? Sister? Fiance! Sister. You guys must be Premier the Sheep. What did that guy just do? What? Oh my God. So what else is going on, guys? Having a good night? Went to a bachelor party recently. Has anyone ever stayed in one of those Airbnb apartments? You're literally staying in someone else's apartment. It's like 6 guys that they didn't know were staying in this apartment that was us. It's like, how badly do you need this money? And you're sitting there in someone else's bed, looking at all the pictures on their wall like you're in an episode of The Walking Dead. And then later on, like I'm 31 years old now, I'm over the strip club scene. I've done it. It's just a money grab. They don't really like you. So we go there, we're going from club to club to club, and for the young guys in the crowd tonight, anyone who's under the age 20 or 25, let's say 25. Yeah, this guy's 62 years old. Has to get on the back of the set of Duck Dynasty later. Yeah. Off the back of the stage. So we're at the strip club, and what I learned about strip clubs 10 years ago is pay in advance for lap dances. So if only you have $40, say I would like $40 worth of lap dances, because you're paying per song. 10 years ago, I didn't know this. She danced through the entire Big Shiny Tunes 3 album. And then a guy in a tuxedo, it looked like they draped a tuxedo around a vending machine, handed me an invoice. I was like, who the hell printed this off?
I knew you from somewhere.
Yeah. I spent so much money, $365 on this stripper named Veronica, not her real name. Legally, I had to send her a T4 the next year. The boys were talking about trying to eat healthy. We're getting older. I'm watching a lot of Netflix documentaries on health food and on the economy. I saw an economy one the other day. Up until now, I thought Dow Jones was one of the hosts of The View. So I learned a lot that day. But I'm bugging people. I'm telling people how to eat now. You gotta avoid gluten, you gotta avoid sugar, you gotta avoid the carbs. I was telling a buddy of mine the other day, I walked up to him and I had a carton of eggs with me I just bought. And I said, man, you gotta get the omega-3s into you. You gotta balance out your omega-6s with your omega-3s. It's really important. And he looked at me in the eye and he said something to me that I'll never forget for the rest of my life. He said, what are you doing in here? I'm in the shower. That's not a true story. That did not actually happen. Yeah, I'm on Facebook a lot, clicking around, and what I hate is when people like, you know, like your great aunt or something will share something about like a sick baby, who like, if this fake baby gets 1,000 likes, he'll get a new heart and brain. What kind of a sick sick world would we have to live in if a doctor was just in a laboratory, just like the light from the computer on him, just like refreshing the clicks, refreshing the lights, holding the beating heart. 99,000, screw this baby. Throws the heart into the woods. I went home. I have to like troubleshoot my father's computer all the time. He calls me up and he just says, I don't know what in the Jesus your mother did to the computer. So what happened? This computer is so old it still has the brick maze screensaver. The brick maze screensaver. I said, Dad, what kind of a computer do you have? He said, black. Which is an upgrade from last year's beige. Beige 1986 IBM. So I go home to fix this computer and I load it up. The whole thing is just toolbars all the way down. I was like, Dad, how do you have an Ask Jeeves toolbar? So we're sitting there and it's Christmas Eve. So my aunt's there, my cousin's there, my sister's there, the whole family's there, and we're having a couple drinks, and one thing led to another. How's the story going? He works in computers. So we're sitting there, and Mom's like, why don't you come into the living room, everyone, let's watch some TV. And I was like, all right, what do you want to watch? And Mom's like, look, we got the new Rogers, so we just get to type in what we want to watch, and it'll come up and we get to watch it. And I said, great, Mom, put whatever you want on. She's like, do you want to watch The Big Bang Theory? I said, all right, let's watch The Big Bang Theory. I'm not a huge fan of the show, but I've seen it before, it's not bad. And so the problem is she just typed the word bang into the search query, and the first result, not Big Bang Theory, the first result, bang, me and my wife, 5. Haven't we said all we needed to say with the first 4? I'm not surprised, I'm more surprised that this was available on Christmas Eve for families, and the fact that there's 4 sequels to Bang Me and My Wife. Believe me, we didn't watch it, we've only seen the first 2. But pornography has vastly changed. It's vastly changed like since I was a kid. My God, like nowadays, kids, all they gotta do is go to RedTube, go to Pornhub. Back in my day, when I was 13 years old, we had to go to the woods. Where someone else has placed a magazine for the other generation to find. But I was back there, I'm like, I thought I was the pervert in the woods. I was like, what if a pervert placed this down and is watching me in the middle of the woods? Just these eyes moving in the bushes. The only other thing we had, other than woods porn, this guy just took a heart attack, was a show that came on, it's probably on tonight, it came on once a week, every Saturday. Pronounce it right, Blue Nui. Like, I know a guy named Blue Nui from Red Bank. That's not true. Blue Nui. Every daylight savings time, we didn't know when it was coming on. Sometimes we had to say screw it and settle for Electric Circus on Much Music. Just finished to a dancing silhouette. Last night the light was so bright that when I left the stage, my shadow was burnt into the fucking wall. It was like Peter Pan. It looks like an elderly Chinese lady was performing aerobics. That's racist. But no, porn's changed. And then when the internet hit, oh my God, I never left the house. Like websites, remember what websites used to look like in 1999? It looks like what Craigslist looks like now. That's what they all look like. But like in my bedroom, everyone would have like, their favorite ball player on the back of the door, or maybe the solar system. I had a flow chart on how to delete my internet history, and Netscape Navigator. But my mother, she didn't really understand what that was. She just looked at it and she was proud of it. She'd be just like, he's gonna work in computers. All right, guys, that's all I have for you tonight. Thanks for coming out.